give us some more examples of, because I know you talk on using special series or buyout episodes to build sponsor partnerships. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So when we're talking about special series and buyout episodes is a term that people use. But I really prefer to use maybe more language around like a bonus episode. I've
Okay.
also heard the language used blackout episode. But what that basically means is that you're adding an episode into your content calendar that's a little bit more precise and more niche focused than a regular episode might be, for example. So that we're talking about two different concepts. So with the buyout, blackout, bonus episodes, whatever that is, that's something where you could be looking and talking to a potential sponsor. In fact, I literally had this conversation yesterday, so it's so much easier for me to use examples. So
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with a brand that was interested in one of our shows. And one of the first questions they asked were, well, we'd really like to be involved in this show, but can we be a guest on the show?
I was going to
And
ask
so
you
I
what your
am
thoughts on that. Yeah.
So I'm not an advocate for what's called pay to play, or you can pay $1,000 and have a guest episode. That's really doesn't feel like that's in alignment and integrity for really either party, but most importantly for your audience.
Yeah.
So what we like to recommend is that you're looking at building a relationship. And if you think about it as a triangle, you're looking at building a relationship between the potential sponsor, the audience, and yourself. So as you start to bring in a sponsor, and let's just kind of keep this formula walking all the way through. So you've gotten someone to sponsor your special segment. You're introducing them to your audience. They're starting to get to know this brand and this product and this service because you're doing a live host read about this product in association with a content segment that your audience really loves.
Mhm.
So that relationship starts to be built. And then as that starts to be that awareness with your show, with the products and services that they provide, with this special segment of content that they like, then they are building a relationship alongside you with this particular brand, product, or service. So then, as that continues to evolve, it would make sense to introduce this brand or product or service to your audience because you've already had an opportunity for them to get to know them. So bringing them on is like bringing a friend on, saying like, "Hey, I've got a great friend. You need to meet them. We've been talking about them, for a few weeks now, and now you get to know them in person."
Yeah.
And it all of a sudden it goes from just a infomercial guest showing up on your show out of the blue and being kind of random to, oh, I feel like I kind of know about them, and now I really want to see the face behind the brand. And
Yeah.
so having a guest appearance integrated into your sponsor package is the way that I like to coach people through sponsorships, because I think at that point you're doing a service for both the person who represents the sponsorship and your audience, because you're connecting them. And
Mm.
that's really, really the key, is being able to connect the audience with the brand, with you as the conduit, because 73% of people who listen or watch your show are likely to take action on a product or service that's recommended by you inside your show. But it's just like
Love
any
that
other
stat.
social situation. Yes, again, 73%, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But think about just natural human interaction. If you were bringing a friend to a cocktail party or business networking event, even more specifically, if you were bringing if you were bringing me, for example, to a networking event and you or a live event with your audience, you would not take me and physically shove me in front of a person and go, she knows a lot about sponsorships. You should hire her. Like, it would
Yeah.
be so bizarre and weird and uncomfortable and awkward for everybody.
Yes. Yes.
But if you walk through the flow that I just laid out, it feels natural, it feels human, it feels connecting, it feels interesting.
Mhm.
Level up your podcast with advice from the pros at Produce Your Podcast. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. For more expert tips and services, visit produceyourpodcast.com.